is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about the Portland Trail Blazers, a team that came into this playoff picture predicted to lose in the first round, but they find themselves up 3-1 against Paul George and Russell Westbrook in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Only reason why I'm making this video is because if you really look at the teams that they play next, which will be either San Antonio or Denver, they have a good chance of getting to the Western Conference Finals. Like, I'm going to be honest, like a lot of you know, I'm not the biggest Portland fan, even though I don't really disrespect or diss them. I just don't feel like they're a legitimate championship contender in the West, and we will see that when they play against Denver or the Spurs, whoever won that series. And if they do get to the Western Conference Final, that would be extremely impressive. But it also will be kind of bittersweet because they will make a better run if they would have had Nurkic included, which sucks because he's out for the rest of the playoffs. So if they do get to the Western Conference Finals, it's going to be like, wow, they could have been even better if they would have had Nurkic. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out. But they have been playing spectacular. CJ is shooting high from the field, 50% from three, knocking down free throws, handling the ball, keeping teammates involved. But I just wanted to talk about how different they look. They look a lot more under control. They look a lot more confident. They look a lot more prepared. Obviously, the more you play, the more coverages you see, the more chances you get to adjust because you're going against the same type of defense. And I feel like the Pelicans was able to guard them one-on-one and help real good on Dame, and he wasn't really able to adjust or have a huge impact on the series. And that's one of the main reasons why they got swept, and the fact that they couldn't really hit those big shots. It was the Pelicans, the ones that was doing it. So I feel like they did the opposite. They came prepared. They stayed calm. They haven't really got into it with the arguing and the bickering and the fighting. They just going out there handling their job like they're mature. They're very mature, and they're very professional. They're going out there dominating and playing very well together as a unit and as a team. And this team, I told you, it goes as far as the others. They need players that can step up besides Damian and CJ. And to me, I think that that's the reason why they are so doubtful to go far, just because can I really count on Aminu? He has played better. He has continued to improve over these last couple years. But can I really rely on Aminu? I don't know. And going into that series, can I rely on Harkless? I don't know. Is Cantor going to play good enough defense? I don't think so, because that's how he has proven it over his career. And then you just keep going down and down and down. And like I said, if you want to make it far in the playoffs, you have to rely on your role players. You have to rely on your glue guys to have big games and to knock down shots when they're open and be able to help your star players when they get double teamed or trapped by making shots or making plays. And I really didn't see that in Portland, because they had a great year and they have their typical Portland year where they're in the top five. And this time they was able to get home court advantage again. But they just seem more prepared. They just seem more well-oiled. And OKC, they're panicking. They're taking bad shots. And they're going out there not really knowing what they're trying to do. They have no identity. They have no idea what they want to do every possession and what they want to do to win and execute the win, and even matchups. They're not throwing out enough lineups. They're not changing up enough things for them to really have advantages on Portland. They just going with the flow, and I feel like Portland just been more smarter. They're finding the mismatches. They're attacking them. They're playing together offensively and defensively. They're taking quality shots. Even if they take a difficult shot, we don't really look at it like that because they got guys that can really shoot the basketball. And then you got to give credit to their bigs. Their bigs are making up what Nurkic left. They're getting shots. They're getting rebounds. They're spacing out the floor. And that includes Zach Collins and Myers Leonard, and even in this Cantor. They're deep. That's one thing that they have done this year, adding Cantor, adding Curry, and guys like Rodney Hood gives you more depth and gives you more guys that can create their own shot or play off the ball. And they gave them the versatility that they needed to be a different type of team this year. And I feel like I'm starting to see the difference. I'm starting to see what they're trying to do with the contracts that they have. They can't really improve this roster by adding a major piece without getting rid of Dame and CJ because they make so much money on this team and they warrant it because you see how they playing right now. They're one of the best top 3, top 5 backcourts in the NBA. They make it to the playoffs every year. They always in contention to win 50 and they always have a big chance of getting out of the first round. But this has been that season where they could have made a deep playoff push, even if they do get to the Western Conference Finals. If they had Nurkic, this team will be elite defensively while still having one of the best offenses in the NBA. And, it puts everything back in order and it puts everybody in their natural positions and their natural minutes and their natural roles. So it would have reset this team and made them even tougher to stop. But you have to move forward and you have to go compete with what you have on the court. And I feel like they have been able to get the best out of their talent. And you have to give credit to Terry Stotts, who I know and I have met. He has done a fantastic job with the preparation of going against a team like the Thunder. And they have really played very smart basketball. And I think this can translate into going against a team like the Spurs or Denver. They're not really outmatched. I don't think Denver is that much better than Portland. And I don't think San Antonio is that much better than Portland. Or I might even think Portland is better. But if they would have played Golden State in the second round, I would pick Golden State to beat Portland. But the more I look at it, like, when I watch Portland play and I see what they're trying to do and I see what they can do, I say next round they have a legitimate chance to go to the Western Conference Finals. Should they be favored? I don't know if they'd be favored going into the next round, but I think that the talent gap is not that big. And when you actually think how well CJ and Dame play, they might play to me better than Jamal Murray and Gary Harris. And when it comes down to the other looks, you look at it, they have a legitimate chance matchup wise. They match up good against the Spurs, and they match up very well against the Denver Nuggets. So they have a legitimate chance of going to the Western Conference Finals and competing against Houston or Golden State, who I really don't see them beating, but that's already a major accomplishment for a team that's been struggling to get there, and especially with Dame and CJ as a duo. But I really like what they're doing. They're moving the ball. They're trusting each other. They're taking quality shots. They have a lot of sets that they run that's successful. They're getting the pick and rolls to go down. Ennis Cantor has really been fighting, but it's now becoming a team rebounding thing. They finished third, I believe, in team rebound, and they really have not lost a step in that area. I feel like their ability to space out the floor and break down the defense and have guys in the corners that can really knock down those shots, make them tough to guard. One-on-one, CJ and Dame is unguardable. The fact that they can shoot off the dribble, off the bounce, they can play off the ball and knock down shots and play off each other. I feel like they just become a tough team to guard when their others are making shots. But I feel like they took another level by getting players that can make their own plays, like Seth, like Ennis, and obviously like Rodney Hood. I feel like that's been the biggest difference to me, that the maturation of their bench, they put the right role players around this team, and it's really paying dividends right now in the playoffs, and it just gives them a different look and a different feel. But having Zach Collins and having Maurice Harkless, having players come off and have their best run is what's really pushing this team. It might look like Dame is carrying the team because he's averaging 28 and CJ averaging 26, but they're doing it collectively. And I'm glad that CJ and Dame trusting and believing in their players or their teammates to make those plays. I remember a couple years ago, it seemed like they hated passing to Aminu, even though the teams will force them to use their others to beat them. Now it seems like the others are finally starting to get the development that we thought they would have, and they're starting to play at the level that we expected them to play. But it took them years to get to this point. But they stayed with this team. They stayed with their players. They paid their players a lot of money because they wanted them to develop. They wanted to build the chemistry with a team and players that they already have without trying to go out there and sign a big fish, which is difficult to do in Portland. But without them being able to do that, they was able to take care of the home, which means they paid the players that they had so they can grow into their role. And we're starting to see the benefits of that seed that they planted. And it looks beautiful right now against OKC and in the season that they have had. So this is what they're supposed to do. But how high is this ceiling? Is they an elite team? Is they a championship team? Can they really compete with the best in the West the next 2 rounds if they get far? Can they really legitimately win a championship like Charles Barkley saying? I don't know if I'm gonna go that far, but what I will say, I'm impressed by how they played as a unit and as a team. I love me some Dame, I love me some CJ, but I'm just happy to see everybody having a positive impact, everybody making the right play, everybody knows what to do, everybody knows how to play together, how to play off each other, and how to continue to encourage each other and get the best out of each other. And that's chemistry. And they have really showed that through the adversity. They have really showed that even though CJ is not healthy, he looks very good right now. So this team is going to be tough. They're very confident. They play under control. They trying not to beat themselves, and they have two guys that you just can't guard or really prepare for because they're elite at what they do, and that always gives you confidence no matter who you go against. But will they be able to do this against the better teams? Will they be able to do this against the more talented teams that has more talent, has more stars, can make more plays? That's going to be the question for them going into the next couple rounds. Can they really prepare and be able to play at the same level that they're doing against OKC, against better offensive teams, better players, and guys that can literally compete or be better significantly than Dame and CJ as a duo? And can their role players continue to hit shots on the road in hostile environments, playing against better teams? And will they be able to hit those shots consistently in these next 2 rounds when the road gets tougher? That's what I want to see so far, but I'm impressed about what I'm seeing right now. Also, I think this has really turned out to be a blessing in disguise for this team because it made them come closer. It made them have to believe and fight for each other, and they're going out there and doing it. And that's the best part about it, seeing that they haven't gave up, they haven't quit, and they still feel like they can go out there and beat anybody even getting in any given day. And they really showed that going up 3-1 against the Thunder. I didn't see that coming. I actually picked the Thunder to win in about 6 games. And obviously, it's not going to happen because they already won 3. So I was wrong. This is the only series that looks like I won't be wrong about. Other than that, Dame and CJ have done it again. They have got out of the first round again. Can they make it deeper? We will see who they play next round. And I feel like even next round, they have a good chance of coming out of it because they're playing better as a team than I have ever seen them in the past. And that's the biggest strength of theirs right now. Dame and CJ doing their thing, but their others are stepping up also, and that's what they're going to need to do to beat the better teams is have that consistent outcome from the other players. So let me know what you guys think. Is the Portland Trailblazers serious contenders? Is people like me sleeping on the Blazers? Can they beat Denver? Can they beat San Antonio? Can they compete with a Houston and a Golden State in a 7-game series? Can Dame and CJ take their game to another level? Can they others play at the highest level when they relied on more against the better teams? Will they be able to knock down shots? Will they crumble under the pressure? Or will they continue to play the way they've been playing all season? I think those are legitimate questions. Those are things I want to see, and we're going to find that out this next round once they pass OKC. So I think that's really the only question right now for Portland. Other than that, they look pretty good. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description comment section below. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that likes the video, comments, keeping it active. And thanks for everybody that's been buying the merchandise. I also made playoff predictions. I also made playoff content just like this. I also cover trade deadline, buyouts, free agency, even summer league, even the draft, even breakdowns. I break down players of legends. I break down the rookies, and I break down NBA players in the league. And I also do top 10 and fun discussion videos. So if you love the NBA, I try to make videos every day. And if you like this video, check out the other videos on my channel. Check out my other playlists and binge watch. And I do this for the people. So At the end of the day, I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching as well. I continue to go. If you're new to the channel, if you like this video, subscribe, check them out other videos, and eat them up. And if so, thanks for the support. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about the Portland Trailblazers and their future in the playoffs as a team that they are right now. Can they get better? Can they get worse? Or just a fluke? Or just the beginning of what they have started in the regular season, transferring to what they're doing in the playoffs? Whatever you feel, let me know in the comment section below. I read every comment. I respond to some of them. That actually makes sense.